Hello everybody, how goes it? RabidSmore here, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity modded Minecraft action. What's up guys, how's it going? I would look at the camera if it was possible on a glider, but apparently it's not. Let me just switch views here. Anyways though, how's it going guys? I hope you're having an excellent day, or I guess depending on the time of day, great morning or a great night or whatever. I've been doing quite a bit of work in this Feed the Beast world here. I did a whole bunch of scanning with our Thaumcraft Scaninator, or whatever you want to call this thing. And I've gotten pretty much everything there is to get as far as the different elements go by scanning around and doing different combinations of things. In our element table here, you can see I have pretty much everything. I think I might be missing one or two different elements of Thaumcraft, which might be these last two slots. I'm not completely sure. But I have almost everything else here, and it took quite a bit of scanning and combining different random things by moving them down here and testing some things out. If you are looking into doing any of this Thaumcraft stuff or looking into getting into Thaumcraft, I think I would recommend, more importantly than using the scanner to go around and checking every little thing and trying to combine the elements, it might be better off going and checking out a Wikipedia article for Thaumcraft guides or research guides for Thaumcraft for scanning. Because some people have already gone out there and found a almost perfect order of scanning certain blocks in certain ways that you'll get all the different elements as quickly as possible. And while it seems a little cheaty, it does save you a lot of time as opposed to going around and scanning every single block in your world and testing out every single possible combination here and wasting some of your research points here. So I definitely recommend checking that out if you're looking into checking out Thaumcraft yourself, because that's kind of just the building blocks anyways into getting into the rest of the mod before you can even check out doing any sort of magic anyways. But again, I got pretty much everything here as far as I can tell. I've already started working on some research like our advanced node tapping here, and if I check out my book, you can be able to see the other things here. And actually something I didn't even notice in the last episode here is all of these different tabs. There are a ton of different tabs here, which are all the different branches of Thaumcraft, all of the different areas that you can check out, like making different types of wands and different types of caps for your wands so that they can hold more magic and do different things. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. We've got the different alchemy, artifice, which is, I guess, just the different types of building blocks that we can make and make different types of tools and armor. And it goes into using golems, which I think you can make them do things for you automatically, kind of like turtles if you're used to other types of modded Minecraft where turtles would do things for you like mining. You can have the golems do things for you there too. And it goes into doing magical bees and things. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of research here. And if I go into any of these that I want to learn about, I can go in and click it. It will give me a piece of paper for them, which I can put into my research table here, like this one here for our advanced node tapping. And it kind of brings up this little, like a beehive looking area. And it's like a mini game where we have to combine the different elements or find the ways that we can combine things that would make the in-between pieces to fit between these elements, and you can drag and drop them over here, which I'm not going to because it will actually use some of my research points there, but it's kind of like a little mini game. But again, this is it's a pretty tedious way of getting into the rest of the mod, because before I can even check out the rest of the mod, I have to go through this whole mini game just to even play the mod. So while it is kind of cool and it's pretty clever on the mod maker's part, it's probably not the greatest for recording on YouTube. So that'll probably be another thing that I'll be doing off camera quite a bit, so I can start checking out all the different wands and getting into the different types of magic in here. And eventually we'll be able to start checking out the rest of this mod. I just have to do quite a bit of work off camera for it. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. So something else I've been wanting to check out in this mod pack for a while now, I think I actually mentioned it in a previous episode, is the mod pack called the Runic Dungeons mod pack, and I probably need your guys' help with this. Well, I should probably watch my health here before I start dropping from the skies and probably eat up here so I can start regenning. But yeah, I probably need your guys' help with this because I haven't had much luck with it. But as far as the Runic Dungeon stuffs go, let me look up real quick the different pieces for this. What I need to find to even start getting into checking out this mod pack is magical chalk, at least from what I found out. And apparently it has a chance of being in dungeon chests or just chests that you would find in desert temples and things. But if we go and check out my map, I've already done a whole bunch of exploring, looking around for deserts and jungles to find any sort of temples to find this magical chalk, and I have had no luck, as you can tell. I haven't even found a single jungle or desert really. I think I found maybe some smaller areas that were like mini jungles based on the Biomes of Plenty version of them, but they weren't like a full-size jungle from a vanilla biome type. So I didn't have any luck with actually getting any sort of ways that would have a temple generated. So I'm not sure if it's possible or if Biomes of Plenty kind of got rid of the vanilla biomes, or maybe I'm just missing it, but I'm not sure there's any other way to really get them. If I don't have the vanilla biomes, I can't get the temples, which would have the chest that would have the magical chalk. So I've done a bit of Googling and looking around for other ways of finding them, and people are saying that they found them in abandoned mine shafts and things like that. But the problem is, if we look at it again, what we need this for is to actually build this magical staff here, and we need 3 of these. So that means we have to find them in 3 separate instances or 3 separate dungeons, which obviously is going to be pretty rare, especially if we're just looking for chests in abandoned mine shafts and things. And I've seen, again, when I was Googling for that, that people were saying that they would find 2 and then not find the 3rd. So I don't know. I really want to check out that mod pack, and I would really love to find that chalk. So if you guys have any tips for finding those out, or if you've had any better luck of finding maybe deserts or jungles or anything, let me know, because I definitely want to check that out and see what is in that mod pack, because I've never seen that mod pack before and I've never explored the dungeons in it, but I'd love to check it out and show you guys that as well. So if anyone can help me out, definitely let me know. Alright, since we're getting a little bottlenecked in the other types of mods that I was wanting to check out, I figured I would knock out 2 birds with 1 stone with getting started on building our base in our area here, and with checking out a new mod, which is Carpenter's Pack, or Carpenter's mod. I don't know. I don't remember what the exact name is of the mod. Let me double check here. Carpenter's Blocks. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot the name of the mod there. But yeah, Carpenter's Block is probably one of the best, if not the best, mods for building, just with building purposes, because if you can think about it, with what it has for possibilities, like these carpenter stairs here, I can put any block texture I wanted on these, which means I can have any type of stair I wanted in Minecraft, which is really cool, or any type of slant or anything else. It basically allows you to have any block you want in any type of format you want, which is really cool. So to get started on this, we're definitely going to need at least some carpenter's blocks here. I'll check out these carpenter's collapsible blocks as well. So these are sticks and planks. And I believe I'll at least need the hammer here. So that's going to be 3 iron and some of our carpenter's blocks. So again, that was sticks around planks. So I've already gathered a bunch of wood here. So let me go ahead and convert some of these over into planks. And I'll go ahead and convert a ton of these over into sticks so we can get a bunch of these blocks going. So let's see how many of these we can get here. That makes a total of 30. That's not bad. So that'll be enough to at least get our hammer going and to at least start checking out these blocks to at least see what's possible with them. Oh, and I don't have exactly enough iron. Oh, yeah, I do. I have plenty of blocks sitting around. So let me get at least 3 of these guys. And I believe it was like this with 2 carpenter's blocks. Yep. So there's our carpenter's hammer. So this is just kind of our basic tool for all of the carpenter's block things. As far as I remember, I think it allows you to change the shapes of them and to change the textures if you don't want a certain texture on there. The chisel, I don't remember exactly what that did. I'll check that out a little later. And as far as these slopes go, I think most of these shapes you make with your hammer, you don't have to make them out of the blocks. Oh, it looks like the stairs you do. Okay, so if I go ahead and place some of these blocks here, I can show you guys what I mean. If I use my hammer on this, it should start changing the shape, maybe? So that one, okay, nope, that's not doing what I want it to do. There we go, okay. So maybe I have to right-click it? No, that also, so let's see. Left-clicking it kind of makes it shorter. Right-clicking it brings it back. And they kind of do the same thing in opposite directions. Huh. But I know for sure there's a way you can also make these different shapes. But they don't seem to make that. So let's see. Nope. Nope. It's definitely not right-clicking or left-clicking with the hammer. I must be missing something here. Maybe it's the chisel that makes you do that? Let's see if we can make the chisel real quick. So maybe the hammer is just for changing them between slabs and different sizes. Let's see if we make a chisel, if that'll allow us to make the other shape. So that one's really easy. That's just a block and a piece of iron. Gets our chisel. So now if we right-click, what happens? Nope, nothing. Left click, nothing. All right, well, I might have to go check really quick how this works. I'm pretty sure I've used this mod pack before and it wasn't that difficult. I remember that if we would just right click these, it would change their shapes. Maybe with an empty hand? Nope. All right, I'm gonna go check really quick in the Wikipedia articles on this mod pack to check how this works. I'm pretty sure it was the hammer though. All right, well, I found out what I was doing wrong there. This is correct that the hammer will actually make a full block into a slab here, but if I want the other shapes, I have to use these slopes. Oh, was that an explosion? I'm guessing that was a meteor. At least I hope it wasn't some sort of weird creeper or something. Okay. But as far as these slopes go, you just need some sticks and some of your blocks here. So it takes 3 of these in a corner, and then sticks going up the side here. That makes these slope blocks, which I have a whole bunch here. And these are the ones that change shape. So just placing them, we get a slope here. And if I right click it, it starts going, we have an upside down one. This is kind of a double slope, an upside down version of that. We have an inverted slope like this. As you can see, there are a whole bunch of options with this, which is really cool. Basically allows you to make almost any shape you could want, at least with the restrictions of not having like perfect curves and circles and things like that. But yeah, lots of really cool shapes that you can do with this. But the other really cool part about these is that if we want any sort of texture on them, we can just go ahead, right click it with what texture you want. It will make it look like that. I could do it to this one here, same thing. Makes it look like whatever type of block you wanted. So again, we could do like whatever type of stair you wanted that isn't normally possible in Minecraft, which I don't have any blocks on me right now. Let's see here. You can go ahead and we'll do, we'll just grab some limestone just so I can show. Let's see, so if we left click this, okay, that takes that out. And if I click this with our limestone now, or right click it, yeah, it takes on the appearance of the limestone. So yeah, you can see the possibilities of this mod pack. You can basically make any shape you want, any texture you want, which is really cool. And I can go ahead and change this around. And I think once it already has a texture on it, like this one here, if I right click it again, it will put a different texture on the side. Yeah, so it actually adds a cover, which is also really cool. So even if I just wanted a certain side to be a certain thing, I can go ahead and throw that texture on the side there, and I don't have to use something like a micro block, chopping things into little pieces just to get a little side. So that's really cool. And I think you can also do things like putting vines or seeds on them, which I don't have any yet, at least at this base here, but I'll try to get some later on so I can check those out. But if you place, I think, seeds on top, it'll put like a grass layer on top, which can be really cool for having like a sloped roof on your house with like some grass going down the side. Pretty awesome. But yeah, this mod pack is really cool, and it'll help me out on starting with our base, which I think I'm going to try to be building into kind of the side of this mountain, or at least part of this base, as it'll probably be all scattered throughout this area here. But what I'm thinking is something like in the side of the hill, kind of like a stone, not a temple, but just a stone building that would kind of be as if it was found there, like a ruin. And I want it to be kind of poking out in the sides of the hills here with some slopes, which I can't really do too great here. I'll have to do a bit of terraforming, moving things around. But my idea is that I'll have kind of a sloped area, which, all right, yeah, there we go. I want it to have the down slope like this, and it would have an entrance here. And it's going to be kind of hard to show for now until I get some better building blocks going. And then I would have an upside down slope on the other side so that we could have kind of like a ruin entrance here with, it'll be like stone brick or maybe another texture, since I can use chisel to check out the rest of the textures. And I should probably sleep the night off here. It's getting pretty dark. But yeah, I want to do like a stone brick look with the vines going over it and leaves going over it, kind of like an overgrown ruin area. I think that would be pretty cool to have our base in there, especially since it'll contrast as soon as we go inside. You'll go from a ruin that looks like the stone is falling apart with vines crawling all over it, and then you go inside and there's all this technology like furnaces and solar power generators and things like that. I think it'll be a cool contrast once we get that built in, but I'll have to get a lot of these carpenter's blocks going and get most of the other materials set up, but we'll at least get a good start on it, and definitely get a good start on checking out this mod pack too. Oh, that's cool too. So it actually combined the slopes going around the corner, kind of like stairs do in vanilla. So that'll make that a lot easier to do as well, going around here. But yeah, this is just the start and the general idea of what I have. But I'll get that fleshed out and a little more built up before I can show you guys the idea that I have there, and we'll start to build our base into the mountain there. Well, I've been looking into upgrading my jetpack recently since it kind of runs out of fuel a little fast. So, nice, got some diamonds there. And looking into the next upgrade, since I already have the leadstone, the next one up is the hardened jetpack. And this one isn't really hard to make, but it does need Invar. And from what I can tell going through the crafting recipes for this, we need to get ferrous or nickel, since apparently nickel also makes ferrous in this mod pack. As you can see here, we also have some nickel with our iron. So I need to be able to get some ferrous and nickel. I actually just found some here for the first time. This is the first ferrous that I have found in this world, but it seems to be pretty rare as far as I can tell. I don't know if it's at a certain layer or what's up with that, but yeah, I just need to get a bunch of that, combine it with iron, and that would be good to go. Oh, don't really have a weapon here, but this will work. Nice. So yeah, I've kind of just been going through my strip mine area here and using my hammer to go through and dig some huge tunnels. This thing is amazing, by the way, for doing some strip mining. If you're doing modded Minecraft, definitely make sure to go through with Tinker's Construct. Oh, must be a spawner nearby with all these guys. But yeah, if you have Tinker's Construct in your mod pack, definitely look into making one of these hammers here, because this makes strip mining super easy. I'm going to go ahead and block this off, since it digs a huge 3x3 area. Definitely another explosion there. Pretty sure that's not the first time in this episode that I've had a completely random explosion. But yeah, definitely check it out. These hammers make strip mining so simple, and you can clear so much stuff out that you actually end up with even like tons of diamond compared to what you would normally have in vanilla, clearing out these huge areas. So as far as the ferrous goes though, it seems pretty rare, almost more rare than the diamonds, but hopefully I'll end up getting quite a bit out of these expeditions, and I can go ahead and start making the next jetpack up. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up our episode here. But again, if you guys know anything about the Runic Dungeons mod, or you can help me out with finding some of the magical chalk for that, that would be awesome, so let me know. But as always guys, thanks for watching, have an excellent day, and see you later!